Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I wanted to do a comparison video of the Gucci Marmont Super Mini and the Chanel wallet on chains. And I know I did a recent what's in my bag and first impressions on the Gucci Super Mini. After I did that video, I had an idea that it might be helpful to actually compare the Super Mini to some of the other iconic, really small bags that are out there. And the ones that I have readily available in my collection are actually the Chanel wallet on chains, or WOCs. So I thought I would go ahead and do a quick comparison of what fits inside and whether I think it's worth having just one of them or all of them and things like that. So I've actually had the Chanel WOCs in my collection for a lot longer than the Gucci Super Mini. So I want to preface in terms of the amount of time that I've had to use each of these items is different. I had this Half Moon WOC since 2014 and this reissue WOC since 2016, I want to say, and then this one is a recent addition in 2019. So just to give you a sense of how long I've been using some of these pieces. I do have a much older video where I compare these two WOCs specifically because they have a different shape and sometimes different amount of things that can fit in there. So if you're interested, I can link that video above so you can check it out if you're interested. So today I'm actually going to focus much more on the WOC styles versus the Marmont style rather than how they all compare individually. I'm going to start off by giving a quick overview of each of the items. So this is my reissue WOC. It is the reissue style because of the lock that it has here. It is in this iridescent purple lambskin that came out for fall 2017, I think. I think earlier I mentioned 2016. I actually think this is from 2017, and it has the rainbow oil slick hardware on this guy. And although this is the reissue style because of the lock, this is the same size as the classic wallet on chains that you'll see with the double CCs here and the different variations that you might see. It's basically the same as all the other rectangular WOCs. Next up is my Half Moon WOC. This is actually a discontinued style, and you would be able to find it more on the secondhand market, but just in case you were still interested, this is the Half Moon WOC with the black caviar leather and silver hardware. It opens up like so. I have some items in there. Whoops. And there is a pocket in the front, there's a zipper pocket, a slip pocket, and then the main compartment with card slots in the back. Like any other WOC really, it just has a different shape with a magnetic closure. Last but not least, I have the Gucci Marmont Super Mini. This is the Super Mini size in the white leather and antique gold hardware. It has a push button closure, and you'll see it's got stuffing on the inside, and it has straps that are detachable from right here. All right, so I think it would be the most helpful to share what fits inside and to confirm whether the same amount of stuff fits inside each of these items. So I have a set of items that I consider to be daily essentials that I want to make sure fit inside of any bag that I take with me. And that includes my wallet or card holder, and because these are smaller bags, I am leaning towards a card holder. It would also be like a lip balm and maybe my eye drops and my sunglasses for the day in a soft pouch, of course, and of course my keys. So these I consider the bare necessities for me to go out for like the whole day. Not so much like if I'm just running out for one errand and coming back, I'm okay just carrying my card wallet and my keys. I don't really need a lot more space than that. But these are for, if I'm going out for lunch with my friends or going out for dinner or something, like these would still be the things that I would want to have with me all day. So starting off with the WOC, this WOC of course has card slots in the back, And when I use the WOC, I tend to use the card slots in the back, mostly because I feel like it frees up some of this space here. This bag fits a lot more than you think it would, but it is somewhat restricted because it is a rectangular shape. You do have to get the flap over it. There is only so much that you can fit in here. But it does fit my wallet if I want to just carry a card wallet. And it fits my lip item. I can slide it next to it, and I have a little bit more room for you know, my eye drops and another lip product if I want to. I can slide my keys in there just fine. Sometimes I have to shimmy it in the right way so that it will fit because of all of the key fobs on it. And then here are my sunglasses in a soft pouch again. They slide in at the top, and I can close this bag. Now it is a little tight because of the sunglasses. I typically don't hold sunglasses in this bag, but it will close. Like you can see, it's pretty at full capacity here, but they will fit. Otherwise, I will just carry my sunglasses. Like I'll just wear them during the day. I'll just put the pouch inside of here in some of the empty space that I have, and then when I'm done or it's like evening time and I want to take them off, then I will just put my sunglasses in the case and carry them separately. So that's pretty much everything that fits in here. I don't really use the pocket in the back except for if I really need to put like a receipt or something for easy access, then I will slot that in the back here. So that's everything that fits in this guy. The same items will fit in my Half Moon WOC. So if I open this up really quickly, this bag is a little more flexible than the rectangular shape because of how it has this extra kind of like ruching, if you will. So it does afford a little more flexibility in what you can fit, and it's also has slightly more room at the bottom, as you can see here, because it is a little bit of a fan shape. So again, it's a WOC, so I tend to use the card slots in the back, but if I were feeling really lazy and I just wanted to slot my card wallet in, I can do that. It fits nicely. I can fit my lip product in there just fine, and again, there is some room for some additional lip products in there. I can put my keys in here. Let me just slide them in. Again, they do have to get shimmied in a like specific way for them to fit nicely. And then here are my sunglasses, and similarly I will slot them in on the top like this. And I can close this bag much more comfortably than the rectangular WOC, and therefore I typically carry my sunglasses in this bag. It is flexible enough for me to fit all of that in there, and I don't feel like I'm overstretching the bag, so I will definitely carry my sunglasses in here. So that's how much it fits inside of this little guy. All right, last but not least, we will check the Super Mini. I know I did a much more detailed review on this, so you can definitely check that out to see all the variations of stuff that fits in here. But this is not a WOC style. There are no card slots in the back, so I have to carry some kind of wallet. So I will always put my card wallet in there. I will put my lip balm on the side, and you can see there is some space to put some more like lip products in there if I wanted to. And then I can slot my keys inside of here pretty comfortably. Don't have to shimmy it too much. And then I can put my sunglasses at the top. And I can close, wait, let me just try to do this a little bit better. Okay, and then I can close the bag. So this little bag right here actually fits all of the same essentials as the rest of the bags, and it is, it feels like it has some room for some additional items if you needed to, you know, carry a few more lip products and things like that. What you may notice is that I did not mention my phone. It's not that it is not a necessity, it's actually what I'm using to film right now, so it's difficult for me to show you my phone fitting in the bags when I'm using it to film. My phone does fit in every single one of these bags, but if I were to fit my phone, I would likely have to remove my sunglasses. It's not so much that there isn't space for all of it, it's more of like the vertical height, because when the phone slots in, it will take up pretty much, you know, one side of the compartment, and a lot of times there's not enough height for the legs of my sunglasses to also fit nicely without squishing everything. So if I do feel like I want to carry my phone in my bag, then I will have to make some kind of trade-off, and usually it will be with my sunglasses. But a lot of times I actually carry my phone in my hand, and if I am lucky enough to wear an outfit with pockets, then I will sometimes utilize the pockets in there. Otherwise, if I really need to slot it in for a little bit of time, sometimes I will just like open the bag and shove it in there for a little bit and then take it back out when I'm done, you know, doing whatever I needed to do with my hands. So that's just something to note. All of these will fit both the standard iPhone size as well as the plus sizes or the max size, depending on what kind of model you have. They do all fit inside of here. There are just sometimes little bits of trade-offs you need to make in terms of some of the other items you'll carry with you. So when it comes to the sheer amount of things that each of these bags can carry, I definitely lean towards the Half Moon Walk and the Super Mini as styles that carry a lot more than the rectangular walk. The walks have a lot more compartments to them. They have, you know, slip pockets and zippered compartments. And if you are someone who's willing to take your items out of your wallet and you want to put your cash in the zippered compartment and you put your cards in the card slots in the back, then you definitely have a lot more space in these bags for you to carry a little bit more. Like if you wanted to carry a pack of tissues or something like that. There definitely is space for it, but you do have to actively remove things from your main wallet and put them into different compartments so you can utilize the space that way. If that's not something that you're interested in doing, or you know, it's just not how you like to work with your items, then I definitely recommend the Super Mini. I think that one would be much more well suited for someone who likes to, you know, put their wallet in there and not have to fuss with the individual items that are within your wallet. One other element I wanted to touch upon is actually the versatility of how you can carry each of these items. So when it comes to the WOCs, there is a long strap, and both of these styles are the same, or both of the Chanel WOCs are the same in that regard. There's only a chain strap that is really long. It allows you to carry it crossbody, no problem. And I also like to fold the strap in once so that I can shorten the handles, or shorten the strap and make it like a shoulder carry bag. So this is perfect for just lugging it over your shoulder, carrying it in the crook of your arm, carrying it like this as well. And I feel like it gives it a much more dressy look. And then if you are also interested in carrying this for evening purposes, then you can tuck all of the chain inside and carry it as a little clutch. And I feel like it is the perfect size for an evening clutch with like an evening gown or a nice cocktail dress or whatever it may be. I think this is really the perfect size for it. The only thing to consider is that the chain is not detachable, so you are stuck with the chain at the bottom of the bag, which does remove some capacity that you can fill it with your own items. So the same strap variations apply to the Half Moon Walk as well. And then when we come to the Super Mini also has a long strap. I keep putting them in and out, and it almost seems silly to do that, but I did that for the majority of this video, so we'll just continue with it. So again, it has a long strap. It sits crossbody very, very comfortably. I could do very similar fold over and have it as a shorter handle so that I can carry it over my shoulder, in the crook of my arm, or in my hand like this. I do feel like the same shortening of the straps makes this bag look a little dressier, but I feel like the bag style itself leans a lot more casual than, let's say, you know, this rectangular Chanel wallet on chain. So that's just something to consider. And then the main difference for the Gucci Super Mini is that the straps are detachable. So if you wanted to carry this as a little clutch, you don't have to carry the chain with you. You can just detach the chains on both sides, and then you can just carry it as a clutch. And then I also have previously shared that I can carry this as a belt bag, and that is really because the straps are detachable. So the waist belt bag is another variation. I can carry this item that I can't really do, or I haven't figured out how to do with these two styles over here. All right, so when it comes to the versatility and the different ways you can carry these items, I definitely feel like the Gucci Marmont Super Mini wins in that category, if you will. It takes a few more points because the straps are detachable. You can wear it crossbody, on your shoulder, in your arm, and also as a belt bag. So I feel like that just increases the amount of ways that you can carry that item. But when it comes to the different ways you can style the piece and the versatility in the occasions you can take the bags to, I do think the Chanel wallet on chains, you know, have a little advantage in that. Like they just like nudged it ever so slightly, because you are able to dress these up and down, and I feel like these styles translate a lot better into, you know, evening clutches more than the Gucci Marmont does. So I appreciate that kind of versatility, and I think the Chanels do it a little bit better. All in all, do I feel like it's worth having both of them? I like having all of these different bags in my collection, and I do use them for different purposes, if you will. But if you are someone where you know you've struggled to incorporate the Chanel wallet on chain into your style or into your lifestyle, then I think the Gucci Super Mini is a great alternative to that. It is a very, very small bag that still carries your essentials, and because it's just one large compartment with much more like softer leather, and it's not such a rigid construction, you're able to get away with putting a little bit more in there. And so it might be a great way for you to start, you know, trying out smaller bags and seeing how you work with them, and then work your way towards the Chanel WOC, or just be completely satisfied with the Super Mini and how it works for your lifestyle, and then that might be just that. So if you already know that you don't get along very well with one style, then I think the Gucci might be the better way to go. If you are on the fence about both of the items, then I would really suggest that you try to break down the different occasions that you want to take these items for. Like, why do you want the smaller bag, and what kinds of occasions do you want to take them to? And if you find yourself saying, oh, I want to wear it, you know, when I'm running out for a quick errand, when I'm just going out for brunch with a friend and I know I'm gonna come back, when I'm just gonna go shopping, but I also want to be able to take it when I go out for, you know, date nights and go out for cocktail parties and evening events, then I would definitely lean more towards the Chanel wallet on chain. The silhouette is very classic. The versatility is definitely there, and I feel like you would be able to get your cost per wear down a lot faster if you got the Chanel WOC. But if you find yourself listing out all these occasions that are, you know, relatively few, or if you find yourself listing out occasions that might be more casual in nature, like, you know, you want to carry it when you travel, when you're on a road trip, when you're shopping, when you go grocery shopping, or things like that, you know, you just want it for specific moments where you know you want to be hands-free and you know you don't have to carry a lot of stuff, then I think I would lean towards the Gucci Super Mini, because it is an item that can definitely fulfill all of those needs, and it gives you some additional versatility, and the initial price point isn't as hefty as the Chanel items are. If you're somebody who typically carries a much larger bag for your day-to-day life, and that's something you're used to, but you want to, you know, step your foot into like the mini bag world and see how you get along with it, then I would also recommend either the Gucci Super Mini or this wallet on chain style, like the half moon style, or some of the other ones that might be on the pre-loved market, because that will reduce your initial cost, and if you're kind of in that experimental stage, you wouldn't want to have the highest investment in that because you're not sure how you'll drive that cost per wear down. So it's all really about some of your preferences and whether or not you feel like you have enough occasions where you will drive that cost per wear down. I am happy with all of the pieces that I have. I don't feel like they're overly redundant because I feel like I have different reasons and different occasions to be carrying all of these pieces. And I've also, like I said, had some of these Chanel items for several years now, and so they're just like near and dear to my heart, and they've been part of my collection for a while. I probably wouldn't get rid of them. Now, would I go out and would I run out and now go buy, you know, more of these in every color because as my heart desires? Probably not. I'm satisfied with these mini bags that I have, and I have some other smaller bags as well. These are definitely the smallest of bags I have. So I think I'm set for a while, and I don't think I'd necessarily go out of my way to find more really small bags to add to my collection. All right, so that's everything. Those are my high-level thoughts across the Gucci Marmont Super Mini versus the Chanel wallet on chain styles. I feel like this may have been a little too high level, or might have been too brief, so let me know what you think. I wanted to balance, you know, how much detail I go into, and just really distilling it down to the main pointers of how much it fits the versatility and the cost per wear that you'll get out of them. So please let me know if you have any feedback. Like I said, I was trying to run through the comparison at a pretty high level, and so there might have been some specifics I missed. If you have any specific questions, of course, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram, and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video and you'd like me to do other kinds of comparisons, then please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If there are any other video ideas or suggestions that you have, I am open to all ideas. I would really appreciate if you could leave those down below as well. If you haven't already and you like this kind of content, I post new videos every Sunday. So if you'd like to be one of the first to know, feel free to subscribe. So until next time, bye!